Take two. Howdy doody, cross-stitching people. I hope you are all doing well today. It is Wednesday, the 16th of July, 2025, and it is almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And it is a warm and sunny day here in northeast Scotland. It is, yeah, really sunny out there. I can see I've got a window just there, and then obviously you can see the other window there, but I've got the curtain drawn there because I don't know, the light probably won't be very good, and I like that curtain closed anyway. That's the front of the house. This window's up high, people can't see through this window. But yeah. What the relevance of that is to this, I do not know. So have I said welcome to my channel? I don't know. Welcome. This is Amanda the Stitching Panda. Is that what I'm called on here? Yes, it is. You can see the way this is going to go today. Previous to starting this, I knocked my drink over. Luckily managed to save it before it started to everywhere, because it's got like a lid on it, but it will leak out. But I managed to sort it before that happened. I had to close the window up there because it's been open, and the road noise is just quite loud. And plus, if the neighbour starts shouting like he did yesterday when the huskies started. They started their sing-song yesterday afternoon at about 3 o'clock not for very long. They were only a minute, 2 minutes. They have, if anyone knows huskies, they have that, oh, everyone's woo 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 woo, let's all join in the sing-song, and then just as soon as it started, it just goes boom. And that's it, done. They've all had their say. It starts quick and it finishes quick. So, but yeah, he had to have a shout out telling them to shut up. Words to that effect. So yeah, I thought, yeah, I think we all know who we would rather listen to. But hey ho, the joys. Thankfully, the neighbour the other side is lovely. It's so nice. Anyway, again, that's nothing to do with why you're here. Hopefully you're here to see some stitching progress, because I do have stitching progress. I have some finishes, I have starts, I have SAFs, which are starts and finishes. So yeah, it's been a productive fortnight for me, which I'm pleased about. I've not added up how many stitches I actually got in on everything, but I don't think I will, because it's not as much as I would have liked it to be because of weather and work. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with the progress I've got. So if you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome again. It's nice to have you here. I am delighted with the comments and the feedback that I'm getting for my channel. It's very much appreciated, and I think I've replied to all comments. I think there might be one I've got to do today when I've finished doing this bit. So yeah. What else? Well, there's lots, but let's start where it's meant to be. Let's start with the stitching. So in my last video, I showed you my progress on. I think this is all pretty much going to be in order, you know. So we're doing well. I showed you my progress on this. I'm doing one a month because it's a monthly thing. And I was doing this one here for July. And I was halfway through, I think, when I showed it to you in my last video. And I finished it. So here it is. I say sorry for creases. I'm not getting the iron out. This will get ironed when it's getting FFO'd. So pleased with how this turned out. It's being stitched on a piece of 18 count white Aida, and I put in 422 stitches to finish it off. So there we go, all done for this month. August's is a, what is August? Oh, it's like a beach theme, just there with the sun. So I mean, look at that. Once I've done that one, can you believe it? I know we all keep saying it and we're all like, can't believe where this year is going. I'm making myself sound like all those little old ladies that we used to know when we were kids, and we thought, do you mean the year's going really quick? It's bloody not. School ain't going quick. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Iced latte in my cup. Then I stitched on, it was a new start. This was part of my Christmas in July. And it is this one by Pin. I have had this for a long time. And it was, oh, it's just so cute. I'm using all the kit stuff. I did have a debate with myself as to whether I would stitch the, I don't know if you can see around here, look, this creamy coloured, ecru-y coloured border bit. Oh, I could leave that out, but I really like the baubles and things on it. So I thought, do you know what, I'm going to just do it. And I have a plan for doing it as well. But I'll show you where I got to. This is being done on a 14 count white Aida. There we go. And I stitched all the way across and all the way back 3 times, yes. And then I started to do the shapes. So it was easy stitching, if a little boring. And I got in 865 stitches for this. I also used this for my magazine monthly challenge across stick. I don't post anything in the group, I just kind of do it myself. I think there's a lot of people that post and do, they don't need another one. And I used this for the O in the Wonder of Christmas. I also used it in the I Spy challenges on Stitching by the Shores group, Laura's group, and I totally stole the idea from another lady who posted on hers for this prompt, which was prompt 5, that was things with teeth, and she did people, because people have teeth. And I thought, Oh, job done. Those kiddies have teeth. You might not be able to see them, but they have teeth. So yeah, that will do. But my plan for this is, because you've got all that creamy border thing, is I'm going to do all of that first before I start on this bit. But what I thought was, if I do, say, 30 minutes a day on this, doing that bit of, you know, the board round the border, that will get it, that bit done. But I'm not going to be getting bored, because I'll just 30 minutes and then put it down, and then again the next day 30 minutes, put it down. Going back a few years now, I used to do the 30 minutes a day, or 30 mad as I used to call it then, on set projects, and I did it for, was it a tiny modernist? It was a Christmas house. And it surprised me how I got so, well, I finished it, and I think I was only maybe a third of the way through it. And just doing 30 minutes a day until it was done. It was amazing how much you can get done in just that 30 minutes, and it all adds up to a finish. So that's what I think I'm going to do with that, for the border at least. Then the next one that I worked on was a new start. Now this new start, oh my word. It's only tiny. It's one of these, oh, glare, one of these kits from DMC. It's a tatty teddy. He's very cute. I love teddies. And it was a Christmas in July, but it was also a prompt in I Spy for Picked by a Friend. I gave Tom numbers 1, 2, 3 and 4, and I said, in my head, No, I wrote it down what each one was, and then I said, pick a number, and that was the number that he picked out for that one. So I started it. I got 544 stitches in on it, and here it is. I'm kind of colour completing on it for the most part. It's on a sparkly kind of opalescent, you might be able to see it, fabric, which is what the kit, it's all kit stuff. But oh, you see I don't know if anyone's ever done one of these kind of charts, and I'll show you just a little bit. Just, you won't be able to, if you could stitch anything from this. I've got the whole chart in front of me and I'm struggling. As you can see, trying to see underneath some of these back stitch lines. And taking pictures with my phone and trying to zoom in, and is that a stitch? Is that stitch there? Is that, what is that? I've got one more kit of that to do, and I don't think I'll be buying any more of those for that reason. I'm not a fan of the back stitch. So that was that one. Then I did the Christmas stocking, which is just the same as the other two that I've stitched, but I do now have 3, just 2 more to go. But I haven't put the names on yet. But this is the Christmas tree, Christmas stocking for the tree ornament for the grandkids. There's 283 stitches in these. So I started and finished that in an afternoon. And this was all obviously Christmas in July. And for prompt 8, it was something that sparkles, because beads sparkle. So yeah, I have 3. So very pleased with that. Just like I say, 2 more to do. And then it'll be time to chart out the names that I will procrastinate over and do at the very last minute. I have no doubt of that. Then I worked on my mirror Santa. Again, Christmas in July was the theme for the month. Picture, where's the picture gone? It's come off of the front. Here it is. It's come off the front of the cardboard, and I'm not sticking it back in. So there we go. This is a paper pattern, but as I was highlighting, I was counting the stitches, and I did 797 stitches in this. And this was for, did I not use this for? Front on. No, must have only been for Christmas in July and prompt 3, which starts with an S. Santa. And here he is. And I was working on the colours in here and the mitten stuff. So he's coming along quite well. He looks really odd because he's got nothing, the back stitch isn't done yet. So yeah, he needs a good wash, but that's a 16 count antique white Ada that he's been stitched on. I'm quite impressed with myself because I sat here, I've been keeping all my notes, and I've sat here and I've gone through my notes and I've wrote it all down, and so far so good. Okay, next one, Christmas in July. It also was the O for in Woolies, and prompt 9 in I Spy for something you see while camping. And this is the Gold Collection Petite Dimensions Kit Coffee Shop. And the O was because, as you can see there, the shop is open. And for something you see while camping, trees. Maybe not like, but trees. You see trees when you're camping. So it's not too much of a stretch, I don't think. Now, what I worked on with this was the half crosses. So I have basically finished all of the actual like cross stitches and half stitches. I've just got the back stitch to go now. So I did 540 half stitches. So there we go. So when this comes out again, I will crack on with the back stitching and just see where I get to. I'd like to think that I'll have a really good woof and I'll just plough through it and get it all done, but we shall see. It won't be this week because my stitching sessions aren't like that this week, which I'll explain at the end with the life stuff. This is one of those things that it keeps popping open now. This one won't be for much longer. If it keeps on doing that, it'll have to go in the bin. So then I stitched on Winter Snowfall from Shannon Christine Designs. Sorry, I'm looking down all the time. Obviously my notes are here, so. And this is what I'm working on. This was for, again, Christmas in July. And I'm using a different, the other colour palette that she suggested, which was this. And I did 417 stitches on this. Uh-oh, just dropped my thread. So, there we go. Let's see if I can show you it. And what I did was that along the bottom there. See the zigzag and the little bit in there? That's what I did. So this covered the W in Woolies and prompt 10, which was 2 identical elements. Well, they are identical elements. So yeah. There's more than 2, mind you, but 2 and etc. I was very lucky that landed on the little shelf that my sewing machine sits on, so I could reach it. Oh, put my picture in because things get lost. Now, turn the page. This next one was a SAF, a start and a finish, and it was for Christmas in July. And it's not fully finished yet because I've got to iron it and fray the edges, but I will do that soon. And it was a tiny little kit, bear in a stocking, NMI it was. I can't find the bits now, but there he is, ready to get FFO'd. You cut it so far and then you fray out the 2 edges, the two of the lines, and then after kind of like stick it on there. So I'm pleased with how it turned out. There is some kind of thing in here, but I don't think you can really tell. But for the size of it, it's not exactly an heirloom piece, is it? And I wasn't trying to frog it out because this caused me problems right from the start. I started in the middle and it was with this bow, and I did a bit and then I went up, was it up and round the ear, and I was coming down and then it wasn't lining up right, and I'm like, what have I done wrong? And when I look back, I literally had to frog the whole bit that I'd done. So it was the dark red in there and all up around the dark colour, the outer colour of the bear. Wasn't that many stitches, but it was enough stitches that it kind of like wasted an hour. So, and then there was other things, and it was just like one thing after another. I don't know why, but I just kept miscounting, and it's like, oh, for goodness sake. So yeah, he's done. I'm pleased with him, but yeah, he's done. And that was 864 stitches. It was the Christmas in July. It covered the S in Woolies and prompt 2, which was red. Well, there was red in this hat and in the stocking. So, great. And then for the last 3 nights, I have been stitching on my Westie and Robin, which is my memorial piece for my Wooey boy. And here we go. I'll show you as a whole. And then, you know, this is a 18 count 2/1. And I've been stitching down here, and I've got 897 stitches into it so far in the 3 nights, which is not, I would normally get more than that. Part of it was confetti, but then there's been a couple of nice blocks of colour, the black and the 154. But the weather here over the weekend was ridiculously hot, and every joint seemed to swell up and be sore, and it completely wiped me out. So yeah, there wasn't an awful lot of stitching done over the weekend, to be fair, compared to what I would normally get, even with the girls being on a sleepover, because it was sleepover weekend. But that's life stuff, that's not for now. So, what else? I've got some plans. I've got one piece of haul, a shout out for an amazing company, and shout outs for the people that I've watched, which I'm sure you will probably watch anyway, but if there's any that you want me to link or anything, then I'm not really one for putting links in the description, because everyone will watch them anyway. So because, you know, these are good, these are really good. There was Katie, Jeremiah's mum, Dina at Half Stitch Cross Stitch. There's Adelaide Stitches, Pam at Ditsy Daisy, Ditsy Daisy Crafts, is it? I think. Oh, Pam. I think it is. Stitching Mommy, Crafty Emily, Pages and Stitches, Java Girl Stitches, Helen D, Love from Liz, Stitching with the Housewives, Dizzy Stitcher, Steph.xstitch, Jen Stitchy Corner, Busy Mom Stitcher, DM's Crafty Vortex, The Stitching Owl, and Kim Hollenbeck. Ah, I shouldn't just assume that my little pointers will remind me of everything, should I? I will maybe list. I'll go and list, because I've got a couple of them maybe not quite right, and I should get them right. So Pam gave me a lovely shout out in her Flosstube a couple of weeks ago. We were chatting about the Highlander film and the Wanderling Stitches chart, and just, yeah, it was nice to see somebody else that appreciates that film, because it is the best film ever. It really is. I love that film. And yes, I have managed to make it fit. I've not stitched on it yet, but I've managed to make it fit a prompt in that I spy, and it's for fish. I wonder if anyone can figure out why it's linked to that. I'm sure anyone that's watched the film and as many times as I have and loves the film will know. And if I get round to managing to stitch it, I will explain my reasonings behind linking it to that. So, but we shall see. What else? Which way shall I go next? Shall I go perch? No. Right, I'll go this way first. Now, when I was going through and I've been organising my stash, I have got quite a few of the subscription boxes from Cotton and Twine and Historical Sampler. And I got this one. It came with this project bag, and it is the Our Year stitch along. I can't remember when it was. Was it in 2021 maybe, or 2022? Anyway, I got the Ada, and I got the thread. Everything's all ready to go, and I thought, got the chart. I looked at the chart and I thought, oh, I've only got 2 bits. Why have I only got 2 bits printed out? I must have them in my Dropbox. So I went to search my Dropbox, couldn't find it. So I went and searched my emails, thinking maybe I've got it in email. I know it's a long shot, it's a while ago now, but maybe, just maybe, it's still there and I can still download the PDF. Nope, nothing. And I thought, oh, I really want that. I'll message them and just see. I thought the chances are, because I've no proof other than being able to show them this and all the stuff, I haven't got an email. I don't know. I don't know how to, go about. I thought, if they say, no, really, you're going to have to repurchase the PDF, then fine, I will do that. But I thought I'll reach out and just explain my predicament. And I did that. I went to their website and found the contact us thing, and I wrote down everything far more eloquently than I have just said it there. And within an hour, and I hadn't been able to attach a picture, bearing in mind this was just a contact form thing, to explain what the issue was. Within an hour, they had emailed me the PDF for that. So obviously at their end, they could see my name, my email, and could trace it back. And I mean, it must be 2-3 years ago, but within an hour they'd sent me the PDF for it. Just absolutely brilliant customer service. amazing. And I certainly wouldn't have blamed them if they'd have said, sorry, we can't really check that far back now, and etc, etc. You know, you're gonna have to pay for admin fee, whatever. You know, I've missed, what was it? It was my chart for mini teddy bears on a tree, the Donna Gelsinger from Haid, and I couldn't for the life of me find. I'd printed it out in paper form, so this was pre-Pattern Keeper when I bought it, and I couldn't find the PDF. Whatever I'd done, I had maybe saved it onto my laptop or something, and I couldn't find it. So I went to Haid and I explained, but no, I had expired the time limit of whatever, and I had to repurchase the chart. But I was, you know, so okay, I will. But yeah, excellent customer service, excellent. I've had their advent box 1 year, probably 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I had their advent box, and that was brilliant. I've signed up for the thingy to possibly get it for this year, depending on how much it is, but I don't think I'm going to be able to afford it, to be honest. If I can, I will. If not, well, I'll just watch other people's unboxings, and that's lovely. But yeah, I'm lucky to have had them in the past. It's not like I need one. It's just, it's nice. And then my purchase, because it was a sale, and it was, I'd watched somebody, and it's somebody on this list, I'm sure it is, was showing her whips, Stitches So Beautiful, and I loved the one that she was doing. I can't for the life of me remember where it is now, because you know menopause doesn't come alone. And I thought, oh, I'll go and have a look and check out that. And they've got a sale on, a 50% sale on still. It's for July, because it's Christmas in July. So run, don't walk, because there's some gorgeous charts. There was another one that I really liked the look of, and it really was a toss-up, but this is being started very soon. I absolutely fell in love with this. It's Cobblestone Dream. Artwork is by Adrian G. Ayer. And oh my, just look at that. That has everything that I just love. The Mr. Tumnus lamppost, the cobblestones, it's clearly night time, and the lights in the windows, and and the heart and the texture. It's obviously been painted using, whether that's acrylics or oils or what, I don't know, but it just, I love it. I had to have it, and I have to start it. So yeah, that is on the horizon very soon. Now the other thing that I am doing is, this idea has been from Kim Hollenbeck at Spartan Stitcher, yes, Full Coverage Fanatics person. She is amazing with her stitching. And she, in her last video, she was talking about how she was watching, how is it, American football, I think, and how she'd had this idea for doing linking her stitching with the matches of her team of choice. And now, did she say she was going to call it gridiron stitches or gridiron stitching, I think. And I thought, well, I don't do American football. I don't understand it at all. But I do UK football. I don't watch the games. I do keep an eye because I'm a Leicester City fan. I'm from Leicestershire. My dad's a Leicester City supporter, and my brother, my granddad before them, they have season tickets, they go to the games, so they proper support the team. And it's a team that's not always easy to support because we're gone down again. We're back down into the Championship League, out the Premiership. I mean, we won the Premiership in 2016, which was just amazing. I've done that, and I shouldn't have done because I've got mascara on, but my eye was itching. Yeah, it's highs and lows, swings and roundabouts, everything with that team. But I thought, oh, now there's an idea. I could link that with one of my full coverage pieces. If you remember, I mentioned about the fox and it being the mascot for Leicester City Football Club, and blue, that's our team colour. And I thought, ooh, I could do this. So it's not my idea. I've tweaked it to, you know, fit with the UK for me, but all credit is to Kim, because I wouldn't have come up with this just on my own. But what I've done is I've gone through and I've written out all their matches that are for this coming season, and that is 46 matches all in all, not including FA Cup games. And what I've done is, if I can show this in my thing, what I've done is I've just used two lines, and I've put the date that the match is on. I've put a H or an A for whether it's home or away. Then I'm putting the name of the team that they'll be playing, and underneath where the date is, there's space for the result, score, and then here I'll put in what my stitches will be. And I've decided on, and I think this will work okay, because what I don't want is there to be that many stitches that I can't have any chance of finishing it in, say, one stitchy session. But I want there to be enough stitches that you'll get progress. Do you know what I mean? So I've come up with, if they win, I'll get 100 stitches. If they draw, it'll be 75 stitches. If they lose, it'll be 50 stitches. Then for each goal that's scored, it'll be 25 stitches per goal. And bearing in mind that you can get like 2-0, 2-1, 3-2. It isn't very often you get like a 5 or a 7 goals. It is, you do, because we've done it, but it isn't often. It's a oh my god day. And the other one I've done is for a bonus stitches for a clean sheet. So if they don't let any goals in at all, then it's an extra 50 stitches. So for, say they won 1-0, I would get 125 stitches to put into it. If they drew 0-0, I would still get 125 stitches because they've not let any goals in. So I would get the bonus 50 stitches. If they lose, then it's just 50 stitches. Unless they lose, say they lost 3-2, they've scored 2, so it'd be 25 per goal, so that would be 50 plus the 50. They've still lost, but it's still 100 stitches. If they lose and haven't scored any goals, well, it's 50 stitches and that's it. But that's it, isn't it? You know, if you don't win, you don't get as big a thing. So that's the, I don't know if that makes any sense whatsoever, but I just thought, oh, really good idea. I like that. And because I can fit it to this, which to me it has a relevance to the team, that helps me. That's motivation for me. And we'll see how we go. I hope I've explained that well enough. Probably not, but so, you know, if you're somebody that's kind of, maybe the other half watches football and you're like, because my other half, he watches football. Him and my son chat away about the football and, oh, you know, what do you think the score will be? And, you know, they talk the football, and at least this way I can have a kind of an interest. Weird, but yeah. So that is that plan. Are there any other plans up and coming for this next 2 weeks? Where do we fall? When is the next one? 30th. Is that the last? Is that the last day of the month? Next time I do one of these. Possibly, maybe. I don't know how many days are in July. Oh yeah, 31. Yeah, so I won't have done my my cupcake or my freebie thing, so I'll be able to chat about that next time. So for the next fortnight, I will be working on my woolly piece. I'd like to get that row done to the end, so that I can move down onto the final stretch. That's what I'd like to get done in the next fortnight. I'd also like to get my prompt for I Spy done, because that will then be that complete, because I think that's the last one I've got. Yes, it is. I've still got 2 in the acrostic to do, which is an L and an E, but I'm not sure what's gonna work for those. This is where I kind of struggle a little bit with them, so I need to think on that. So yeah, that's that. So what else? So yeah, if that is everything, you're only here for the stitching, then thank you for watching, and I will catch up with you next time, hopefully. and I'll now do the life update. Not much in the way of a life update, to be fair. As I've said, the weather was really, really hot at the weekend. We had a 30.7, I think it was, on Saturday here, which is unheard of, really. We don't get those temperatures in this country and up this far. That's not normal here. It was a struggle. It really was a struggle for me. I felt like every joint had swollen. I felt as if I was seizing up because everything, my hands were swelling. It was horrible. I was also struggling with my back. I'm struggling quite a lot with, I'm not sure whether it's sciatica. I finally caved and made an appointment. I got to see a doctor a week on Monday ago. And he's put me forward for an X-ray and blood tests just to rule stuff out. Well, the blood tests came back. Everything's satisfactory, whatever that is supposed to mean. So I don't know. So I'm waiting on the appointment for the X-ray, and then I don't know what. It just says you just gotta keep taking painkillers, etc., etc. So I don't want to keep taking painkillers. It's not too bad. Like, I'm sitting here at the minute and I'm just fine, but at night when I go to bed, I don't get an hour before I'm in agony, because it's going from my back and it's going down and into my leg, and it's just, it's horrible. So yeah, anyway, we saw the kids at the weekend. Went to we had the girls for the sleepover, and then Rachel and the boys were over at Anne-Marie's and Thomas's for Sunday when we dropped the girls off. So they came over and we spent the afternoon there, and the kids had a ball running about in the sprinkler and the paddling pool, and just they had a great time. Rachel got the ultimate picture, and I'm gonna post that. I got permission. I'm gonna post it on my Instagram. If you want to see that, just if you go over to Instagram, it's the same name. I don't have it set as private. It's just I've started putting some pictures up, not many, but I've put some up. I keep forgetting, to be honest. Oh yeah, go and post on there. It's amazing. The picture's brilliant because all the kids are looking at the camera at the same time. It's genius. She's so pleased with it. I'm not surprised, because it's so difficult to get pictures of kids all looking at the same time, and yeah, nightmare. So yeah, there's that. Little baby Thomas is cooking away nicely. Anne-Marie's very, very heavily pregnant. She's in the final month now, and just it's too hot. Too hot. So they do have penciled in for a C-section. So we shall see. What else was there? Oh, this week, another reason for my lack of stitching is this week is I'm doing double shifts at work, which I only do 3 hours anyway, and technically I'm not doing a double, I'm doing a 5-hour shift because I'm having to cover the visitor centre. I'm having to clean the visitor centre as well. But the visitor centre's not so bad. It's compared to my side, it's clean-ish. You know, it's just the usual empty bins, clean the toilets, blah blah blah. But I go back to my bit is absolutely filthy. There's no, you know how you could think that's clean enough, I don't need to do that today, I can leave that. That isn't an option on my side of it. It's just not an option. It's so dirty. Every day when I go in, I have to do it. There's no way around it. So yeah, no shortcuts on my bit. So yeah, I'm starting at 5 and finishing at 10 at night, and I'm just like, oh, don't like it. Not that we go to bed early, especially with my back, it's not worth it. So I get home and I do some stitching, but obviously not getting much in compared to what I normally would. So yeah, how dare work and earning money interrupt our stitching time? It is not fair. Anyway, I've just realised that I was thinking I would do a little surprise giveaway at the end of this one, but I forgot to get it out and organised. So I'm not sure I'll be able to. Hold on. Is it in this little pile here? Oh, God. Everything's sliding. I don't know if it's in this pile or not. It might be. Oh, I think it is. Oh. Okay, we can. But before that, I'm going to show you my new addition. I've got a plant. Got a real plant, look. It's called a ZZ plant, and apparently they're very easy to keep. So, and I didn't have a proper plant pot holder thing. So what I've done is I've just got it's an ice cream tub. It's a Mackey's ice cream tub. And then I had some of this Hessian stuff in my craft supplies. So I've just whacked it round it and thought, oh, there we go, job done. But yeah, I've got a real plant. Got to try and keep it alive now. But it's very forgiving apparently, so yay. I don't get plants often because I'm really bad at keeping them alive. So, okay, let's do a little giveaway, shall we? I probably should have done this right at the get-go, but oh well. Here we go. This is it's a full coverage design, but it's a paper chart, hence why I'm not gonna stitch it. I do like the design, but for me, I think it's full coverage anyway. For me, it's kind of, yeah. I thought, no, I've got a lot of other ones I'd rather do. So, but somebody out there might love this and they might want to stitch it. So, it's a Pole Stitches Designs, and it's called Moon Girl. And it is lovely, but I won't stitch that myself. I got it as part of I signed up for one, I think it was Joan Elliott, that was it. That was the main chart, and that was the one that I really wanted and that I will stitch. And this was the other one that went along with it. Oh no, it's not. It's not full coverage. So all that blue there is not. that's not stitched, but I think the bottom is. I think so. If you get the right colour fabric, it will be, yes, you stitch the bottom. So the blue in the blue, that night sky there, that you don't have to stitch that. That there, you do the stars and the moon and the girl, obviously, and this here, but that there isn't stitched. So yeah, if you fancy winning this, the usual will apply. Please don't mention giveaway, win, anything that will alert the trolls. Please be a subscriber if possible. I'm not sure how I'd check if you weren't, but please subscribe. And if we say put in the comments the word moon, and then I will do a giveaway for this on my next video. I'll post it, it's only a thingy, so I'll post it anywhere, so it doesn't matter whether it's UK or Europe or America, Australia, New Zealand, wherever. If you have an address that I can send it to, I will send it. So yeah, if you would like to win that, please just mention moon in your comment. You don't have to make it make sense. You can just write the word moon if you want. It doesn't matter. I don't know how I'll pull the thing. I'll have to investigate that. I'll investigate that. But it might be that I assign everybody's comment a number, and then I'll do a random number pick and do it that way. So yeah, so there we go. If you fancy it, stick moon in the comments. So that's it. That's an hour. That's longer than I anticipated it being, but I did have a lot of things that I wanted to discuss, so I will leave it there. I'm going to go and tidy my stuff away and possibly maybe do some stitching or maybe do some organising and sort out, because I've got my thread list written out and I'm going to go through that and work out what threads I need like a lot of, because some threads are only like 75 stitches, whereas others are 3,000, 2,000, 5,000 stitches. So if it's that amount, I like to put the whole skein in. But if it's 75, then no, I just used my master set. So I'll go through. I'd love to just kit it up. I would love to just go and kit the whole thing up, but that's not an option. It's just not. So right, that's me. I'm off. I've waffled enough. I've kept you enough, long enough. Thank you for your patience and sitting for this long. Thank you for subscribing and all the stuffs. I hope that everybody has a fantabulous fortnight ahead. I hope that you get all the stitching in that you want to get in, or planning, or whatever it is stitching related. I hope you have a brilliant 2 weeks, and I will catch up with you next time round. Bye bye guys.